Welcome to the first edition of Just Will's movie review. Right here, this is where you're gonna get some honest reviews from somebody who really doesn't matter. I just like to watch movies and review them. Here are some of my favorite movies from an era that was great when it comes to movies. And why do I say that? Why was it great? Why was it so great? It was great because in the 80s, they took chances. They didn't care about all these feelings and everything they got now. No, they took chances and they didn't care how you felt about it. They was gonna put out what they wanted to put out. They was gonna film what they wanted to film. And this film that we're talking about right now, No Retreat, No Surrender. Very good movie, very good movie. And I know a lot of you are like, No Retreat, No Surrender. It was a good movie. They were like, who was in it? Who was in it? It really wasn't a lot of people in it. Back to the movie, No Retreat, No Surrender. Man, this movie had it all. Had a love story that you never really saw how that started. Did it really have a love story? It had a lot of action. Did it really have a lot of action? A scuffle, two scuffles, and I think it didn't have a lot of action. It taught you some lessons. No, it didn't teach you some lessons. It was a good movie. It was a good. It was entertaining. It was very entertaining. But it had one of the worst portrayals of Bruce Lee ever. Now, true enough, Bruce Lee was dead and gone out when this movie came out. If you're gonna play Bruce Lee, you gotta at least look like him, sound like him. This guy did none of that. I think I'm an expert when it comes to Bruce Lee because I watched a lot of Saturday morning kung fu movies. Well, it did, however, it did introduce us to Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jean-Claude Van Damme, you know, Bloodsport. Back in the day, this was the top of the charts. This is, because this is 80s. You know, we couldn't go to the movies like we can now. We couldn't just download stuff. We had to watch what was available to us, and this right here was solid gold, you know. So, plus it had Jean-Claude Van Damme in it. I'm just gonna give y'all a little rundown of how the story went for the movie. I want to tell you exactly what the movie was about. Basically, it was about a young man who wanted nothing more but to be like his idol, Bruce Lee. You know Bruce Lee. That wasn't racist. Everybody's done that. Had this young white man, he wanted to be just like his idol, Bruce Lee. All he wanted to do was be like Bruce Lee. He wanted to learn karate. And look, you know what? To his defense, he had the look, had the moves, everything like that. The only problem was he never really had a real fight outside his dojo. He just and he didn't ever have any one-on-one fights. So in the movie, when he first had a run-in with somebody, which probably wasn't the best person because it was Van Damme who he had his first run-in with. And Van Damme, he didn't even really hit him. He like smacked him. It was real disrespectful, but he kind of smacked him. Anyway, Van Damme was his first run-in. He didn't do well in that. Then he saw some guys. This is where the scuffle came in. He saw some guys roughing up this black dude, which white man comes to a black dude's defense. First of all, we know this movie's make-believe because that wouldn't happen. He comes to his defense and he does a flying jump kick, and they get back to back. They throw their hands up and then they say the title of the movie: No Retreat, No Surrender. At no point in my life have I ever been in a fight and me and my brother look at each other and say, "No retreat, no surrender." That's just, it's fake. We wouldn't have done that. We wouldn't have done it. But it was entertaining. It was very entertaining. So he has a little scuffle at the little restaurant. He ends up going out with his friend again, and he says, "Hey, let's go check out some karate dojos." He goes to a karate dojo. The little white dude that was going to jump the black dude. First of all, let me tell you about him. He's big as hell. He's big. He's a big guy, healthy guy. Big, not as in like muscular. He's big. Like he done ate too much big. And for some reason, he just don't like the little black dude. This white dude just can't stand the black dude for some reason. I don't know why. This is the 80s. I thought that was, I thought we had, bridged that gap, but I guess not, because he really didn't like the black dude, and black dude's friends with the white dude, and he just didn't like it. Bottom line, he didn't like it. So he calls himself trying to, you know, pick on the, you know, the little black dude. He gets a bunch of his friends, which they all happen to be white, and he said, "Hey, let's go jump this black dude." Now I think about it, this movie probably couldn't be made now because there would be so many feelings tied to this movie. But anyway, they all go outside and they try to jump this one black dude. So the heroic white boy comes out of nowhere and does a flying jump kick and kicks one of them, and they stand back to back and say, "No retreat, no surrender." All right, fast forward back to the dojo. They go to this dojo and he's like, man, he's really impressed. The main sensei of the dojo, he's a kickboxing champion, and that's his dojo, and all the students in there, and it just looks great. All right, so he goes and gets dressed. He don't know that the little fat white boy that tried to jump his black friend was taking karate there. And he had told one of the I don't know what you call him, he's a teacher's pet, and instead of the teacher's pet asking a question like, "Hey, what happened here?" he just took the little fat white boy's, you know, he took his story and ran with it. So, to make a long story short, the star of the movie, he just got, you know, demolished at the little dojo. I mean, they embarrassed him. He fell down and ended up running out there with his tail between his legs. Super embarrassing, all right? So, he gets home and he's like, forget it, I'm done. I'm not gonna go to that dojo anymore. I just train on my own. That's cool. The problem is, he goes to this girl's party. Now, we don't know where the girl came from. They give some messed up backstory, like they met over the summer at summer camp. Somehow, he got this girl that he's madly crazy about. She's crazy about him. But the only problem is, the teacher's pet, he likes the girl. And he had already beat up this dude at the dojo. So now, the girl, she ain't giving him no play. Old boy, the star of the show, he comes in and they have an argument, and it's a confrontation. Long story short, the star of the show of the movie, he gets thrown over a table and they tear his shirt up and everybody laughs. He takes off running. Takes off running, which he drove us. I don't know why he took off running, but he takes off running. He gets home, which, like I said, he drove. I don't know why he took off running. But anyway, he gets home, and for some reason, his dad is like upset with him, like, you know what I'm saying? And he tells him, "Hey, you know, you can't train karate no more, all right? You can't train karate." He had all the karate stuff in the garage. He told him the garage is off limits. You can't go to the garage no more, it's off limits. So he has one of those white boy moments where he cries and says, "I just don't want to be here anymore," and takes off running up the street. I mean, he can run, he walked everywhere, he ran it. So he takes off running up the street. So he goes to his black friend house, and his black friend comes outside with a Jerry curl bag on his head, which, why they portray the brother like that? I just don't know why they portray the brother like that. Anyway, comes outside with a Jerry curl bag on his head, and he says, "Hey, I know a place you can go." So they take all this stuff, all this karate stuff from the garage, and they take it to this abandoned house, which I guess there was no laws against, you know, squatting in this movie, because you can't just move into an abandoned house and make your own dojo. He moved all this karate stuff inside the house, and he started practicing karate there. Now, when he started practicing karate there, the ghost of his idol, this is where the portrayal of Bruce Lee comes in. The ghost of his idol, Bruce Lee, shows up to teach him karate. The ghost of Bruce Lee shows up and teaches him karate. Well, it ain't the ghost of Bruce Lee. The guy didn't even look like Bruce Lee, okay? I don't even know who they had. They didn't even let him talk. It's like they had somebody else voicing. It's like they tried to do a Saturday morning kung fu movie in a modern movie, and it just didn't work. So they had Bruce Lee show up and start teaching him karate. And it had to be like over a weekend, because it was like 2 days. If a ghost can come teach you karate in 2 days and be as cold as they made this dude, teach me karate to this weekend. But anyway, taught him karate 2 days, and he got cold. I mean, he was just great. He was like, he could do it all. So he's training. Now, I know I said that, you know, we're gonna point out some flaws, because this movie had a lot of them. It didn't really have a lot of flaws, other than there was not a lot of actors in it, and the only actor we knew was Jean-Claude Van Damme, and Bruce Lee was like the worst portrayal of Bruce Lee ever made. But this scene right here, I know I paused it right here because I wanted y'all to look at this scene. I've worked out a lot in my lifetime. There's a lot of workouts I've actually done. Hey, to each his own. I don't know, how you all work out there, but this right here, I'll let you decide. Never have I done that. I don't know what that helps. I don't know who's getting the most out of it. Why is he eating ice cream? Didn't nobody in the park see something wrong with this? I mean, out of all the people that could have stopped that should have been stopped. I don't understand why that happened. Long story short, I'm done with the movie now. But long story short, maybe this shouldn't have been one of our favorite. Yeah, because this is. Okay, you know what? Check the movie out. It's free. You can watch it on YouTube right now. Link is in the description. Yeah, check the movie out. To make up for all what you just seen, watch Van Damme at the end of the movie, what he does to that school. I mean, they had 3 top students in that school. Well, no, it was 2 top students. It was 2 top students and the sensei. They all had this big karate match at the end of the movie. And this is probably the reason we like the movie, because the karate match at the end of the movie, Van Damme he did some moves. I mean, if you like Van Damme, you'll like the end of this movie until he fights the hero of this movie. And that's all I'm gonna say about that, because I don't want to ruin the movie for you. But hey, check this movie out. No retreat, no surrender. And hey, tell me what you think. Leave a comment below, like, share, subscribe, and I'm out.